What's up, everybody? It's Shane Faison. I'll be at Madison Square Garden on New Year's Eve for the 2019 Professional Fighters League Championship, live on ESPN2 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 world title fights and 6 $1 million belts on the line. The ball doesn't drop until the PFL belts are raised.
Hey guys, what's going on? Shane Faison here. Is it Faison? CTE
You're off to a good start.
Okay. Hey guys, what are you saying again? What's going on, guys? Shane Faison here. Make sure to CTE, dude.
What's going on, guys? Shane.
Okay. What's going on, guys? Shane Faison here. Today I have a special episode for you guys. I have my special guest.
I'm Firas Zahabi, and we're going to be doing some light sparring. Light, I hope. Boxing, because that's all we got. No mouthpieces.
Full power street fight. Oh, you're southpaw.
Oh, or am I?
I'm
I playing my games early?
I'm not offended.
You don't watch enough of my videos.
Yeah. I've been watching your videos. I've been watching your videos every day for this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. You're like Inigo Montoya. You know Inigo Montoya?
I do not. No.
You never seen Princess Bride?
No.
Sword fight, and the guy's like, he's losing the fight, but he's smiling, and there's like, why are you smiling? I'm not really left-handed. He switches swords.
Ah.
You never seen Princess Bride? Oh shit, you guys are too young.
I'm also not a southpaw.
You must, yeah, you've been triggering me. You must watch that movie.
Oh. Alright, I'm going back. Oh, nice. Whee! You'd think this guy spars with GSP. Jeez Louise. It makes sense. It makes sense that you would be a hell of a fighter. Jeez, that jab, that range. How do you feel?
Good. Food's not sitting right, but.
Well, there we go. Bucket list and check it off.
I'd eat some beef jerky before.
Caught me a nice body shot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I knew you'd be setting that up.
How you feel? Feel good?
You know, it was funny, like, we were joking about Princess Bride, and I was super relaxed. And then I had a moment where I'm like, I'm moving around with Firas Zahabi. And I think I got kind of nervous.
No.
And then I started to feel the energy drain.
You box really well, man. Very, very good.
Ah,
Excellent boxing.
thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank you.
How often do you move around with the guys at TriStar? Every day?
I haven't sparred in a long time. I sparred once in a year.
Really?
I'm just so busy. Yeah.
Alright, we need to delete this footage.
It's been about a year. I sparred once like a month ago. One of the pros I was working with came in late. Everybody was sparring. So I just got my gear and sparred. But I used to spar, twice a week for years. For years and years.
Yeah.
But after a while I just got too busy.
Yeah.
So now I just spar once in a while.
Do you get the itch? Do you want to get back in there when you watch the guys move?
Yeah, I love to spar. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love to spar. I can spar forever. Like I enjoy it. It's a fun game, but just time, you know?
Yeah. What weight were you fighting at back when you were competing?
I used to fight 147.
Yeah.
147, 150, 155 also I did. But the weigh-ins were the same day.
Yeah.
So,
You didn't cut much?
no, not really. I used to walk around like 155. Used to, like when I was like younger, eating well. But also like now, back then there was no 145 division
Yeah.
in UFC. Like there was 155 was the lightest division. So I was doing Muay Thai, boxing, jiu-jitsu stuff. It was like 145, 150.
Yeah.
But same day weigh-in.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about that jab, that footwork.
Do one more?
You want it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. Feel good?
Yeah. Okay. Level's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Went from light to
Not so light.
moderately hard.
Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all controlled.
Old school, no mouthpiece.
Nah. I feel like I bite my tongue more when I have a mouthpiece on. Yeah. Those are some cool ones.
Oh, I finished mine.
No mouthpiece, no hand wraps.
No problem.
No problem, exactly. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
You want to cut?
Nah, keep it rolling actually. Keep it candid. Really good at dictating range. Really good. I mean, you got the longer arms, but yeah, it was like deceiving. Times I thought I would land the jab. You weren't there. Yeah. You get low and your feet get narrow.
Well, I do. This is some technique.
Yeah.
I do a lot of different things, you know, but it's things I'm comfortable with. You gotta experiment with them and kind of like see if you can develop a comfort, you know.
Footwork movements?
Everything. Everything matters. Footwork, hand movements, head movement.
Yeah.
Everything matters. You know, people fall in love with head movement or footwork. It all matters.
I honestly, like, forgot to feint. And I feel like just your movement alone, you led the dance the whole time, and you kept getting me to overextend. And I forgot that I could do the same to you.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
To my guys all the time, I'm like, feint, feint, feint. Utilize that before you step in. But I feel like I committed on everything.
I think the most important thing is like having a good safety spot where you can go here and you can feel safe. And you have to have your chin down and your shoulders shrugged.
Yeah.
And sometimes like what I do is, this kind of sounds strange, but I let my partner or opponent hit me.
Right.
So I'll be here like, yeah, I'll let him hit me, boom. Because I trust my defense
Yeah.
so much, because sometimes I might need a break or I don't know what you do.
Right.
But if I'm here, it's going to be very hard for you to hurt me.
Right.
You might touch me a little, but for you to hurt me, it's going to be tough.
Right.
So whenever I have a doubt, let's say I'm sparring and I have a doubt, that's my home base. Like I come here and I just like wait until my mind clears up, because sometimes you're going to be sparring and have a doubt. The guy's fast, the guy hurt me. Because this is such a small area, I can't really move around. So like if you hurt me, I might move around, then go cover. You know, but this is a really small area, so I'm just going to cover.
This all still applies with small MMA gloves?
Sure, sure.
So I'm starting to work with more MMA guys now, being a coach. And I'm working with boxers, strict boxers. And I feel like I'm focusing more on arm defense with the boxer and more head movement and distance control with the MMA guy.
Right, but here it's so tight that if you start doing head movement here, like can you move your head like you're gonna get crowded a little bit. It's not wrong, but you can't stay there and relax. So
right.
If you're using head movement, now you're really working you're working overtime. Whereas here I'm just kind of relaxing. I'm getting my wits back.
Yeah.
I'm like, because whenever you feel overwhelmed, you have to know where to go. You know, I love what they tell little leaguers. They say, if you don't know what base to throw it to, throw it home base. Why? Because there's so much confusion going on. There's a guy on third. The guy hit a bunt. Like, what's the right decision? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because baseball can be complicated depending on the scenario, where the ball is hit, who's on which base. Little leaguers, they tell them, if you're confused, go home. Just throw it home. At least they don't score a run. So it's kind of the same idea in fighting. When you're fighting, sometimes you're like in a heat of the battle, you kind of lose your mind, you lose your wits. Like, where am I in the fight right now? Did I just get hit, or people might find that's weird, but it's true.
So you mean physically and I guess psychologically have a home base?
Yes.
Knowing like, all right, how close am I to the cage? I want to take center of the ring, and also like shelling and feeling comfortable.
If something goes wrong and you don't know what to do you have a default answer?
I guess like depends on range, but I would say like if they're in front of me, it's shelling to clinch, and if it's far away, it's kind of like blasting a round kick.
I would say, if I don't know, personally, my home base, if I don't know where to go, I go here. Like, I just go here. Like, I'm a little bit mobile, and I don't know where to go. Maybe I could, hands are really high.
Yeah.
That way I could see what's coming. If you kick me, I'm going to move out of the way. I have a counter ready for everything. This is my home base. I don't know where to go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in this fight.
Okay.
And then maybe I'm going to realize, hey, he's been eating me up with the jab. Okay. I'm going to do this to the jab. Like, I have a time to think.
Right, have an objective.
Whereas if I just keep fighting harder, I might be making a mistake. Depleting myself, making the situation worse.
Yeah.
So this is what I call my home base. This is where I feel safe. I have a home base for if I get caught on the ground. If a guy's on my back, like where do I go when I'm confused? And why do we say we get confused in a fight? Because sometimes you get hit, or sometimes you're such in a deep fight sequence, you're not even sure. Like I've been taken down and I didn't know if I was on top of the bottom guy. Why? It's because the takedown happened so fast. We both went for it.
Yeah.
You hit the ground, and when you hit the ground, you get like a shock.
Yeah.
You're not sure where you are 100%. Like positionally, it's not as bad. But when you get hit, sometimes you get hit in a fight, and you're like, hey, that was a good shot. Am I winning? Is it even? Is he ahead? You're not sure.
Yeah.
While you're thinking of that, you need a little breather. I like to go here.
Right.
This is where, like, if I need a breather, I go here. So you were saying, like, I'm moving my feet a lot. Okay, you need to figure that out. I already know what I do if I can't keep up with the guy's footwork. Like, I already have a strategy. If I don't, I got to make one.
Yeah.
So every contingency plan, I have to have a solution for it. That's why I need to think, okay, you know, like, pilots, if there's a problem with the plane, they have a manual. In that manual, it tells them everything what to do. You have to have a manual. There's too many things for a human being to memorize. I was friends with a pilot, and he was telling me, he says, look, a problem can arise. You have time to figure it out. They have the manual there. Well, it's kind of that. It's kind of like, I'm going here. I feel very safe here. And for me, it's always footwork. And I'm going to assess what I'm going to do. Am I getting hit with uppercuts? Is the guy hitting me with a cross? Or is he ducking down a lot and I'm missing him when I punch? Oh, and I realized that's what he's doing. Like, it just calms the brain down.
Yeah, I was going to ask, that it seems to be your anchor, and I've worked a little bit with some mind coaches. Vinny Shorman talks about like having an anchor, whether it's pushing your gloves together or maybe touching your eyebrows.
Right.
Do you do this with your guys? Do you have like a word or like a
No, for me, it's always go back to the basic. So I don't use an anchor like some people be like, oh, touch your cheek. I don't do that because for me, it's non-functional. For me, I always tell them hands up, chin down. If I ever get lost in a fight, I go hands up, chin down.
which you learn on day one?
Which you learn on day one. I go back to the basic. From here, because it's what I learned day one, and I have a very high guard, see, because it's Muay Thai. You can touch me in that position, but you won't hurt me. It's very unlikely. Like, it's my best option.
Yeah.
If I'm doing anything else, I can get kicked in the head, I can get elbowed, like, and I'm spending energy doing this. Here, my mind is calming down. I don't have to work. It's very minimal energy. And I like to let, and this is going to sound weird, I like to let my opponent hit me. Because I get to feel his power, his speed, his intensity.
You didn't let me hit you though, right?
Oh, you hit him. He hit me because he's a good boxer. I'm just saying, like, sometimes when you're sparring, walk up to the guy and let him challenge your defense. Feel what his shot is like. Why? Because when you've been hit a lot of times, you start to realize, hey, the guy's this fast, this powerful. I feel comfortable doing this. You're gonna feel it's gonna surface with sparring so many different people. Sometimes the guy's more fast and he is powerful. You're gonna fight him a different way.
Gives him false confidence too. If he keeps throwing these shots, you're not throwing anything back. He thinks it's an easy fight.
Yeah, you can fall into that illusion. But did you see? We're talking about Wilder versus Luis.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
It was such an incredible fight because Wilder kind of hung back a lot. He lost, in my opinion, he lost all 6 rounds. And both guys knew what they were doing, but it didn't seem like Wilder was in an urgency. He lost 6 rounds. He still thinks he's going to land the right hand. He fought in a way that a guy should fight with a right hand like that. I found it was a brilliant strategy, but he knows his game so well. I know my game, so when I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I go back to the basic. For me, my favorite position is right here. I feel very safe here. Now let my mind calm down.
Right.
And when my mind is calmed down, my training will surface again.
I love it. So simple, but it's something that we say in videos all the time, and it's something that the highest level of coaches and fighters will always say. You can never be too good at the basics.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this video up. Guys, please follow Coach Firas Zahabi. Links in the description below. We'll have his Instagram. We'll have his YouTube channel. Please start posting more on your YouTube channel.
I'll do my best.
Until then, I'm Shane. This is Coach Zahabi. Fight tips for the underdogs.